Alright, we're back here in the JConcepts garage here for another vlog episode. It's been some time since we reached out. We've been super busy with different events, but it's been a great summer. We're getting into the fall season here very shortly, but just wanted to kind of bring everyone up to speed who's following the race results here with JConcepts. A couple things we wanted to note. Recently here in the summer, we won some more national titles, which was in the e-buggy, e-truggy division and the 4x4 short course. Ryan Mayfield and Spencer Rivkin did a really good job for us up there at the State Line RC track. Brought home some more national titles here for JConcepts. It was the Triple D's tires for Ryan doing the trick in the buggy class, Reflex on the truggy for Spencer Rivkin, and on the short course 4x4, Ryan was running the Double D's. So a great event out there. They had some weather issues, but as always, the big crowd of volunteers there at the track that do really well and keeping the track maintained. And no matter what the conditions are, they seem to always bring things back together for a great race. So hats off out there to that track at State Line and the whole crew out there, and especially Ryan and Spencer doing a great job with their racing and earning some more national titles. We got here is kind of moving back to Florida. We're talking a little bit about the Super Cup Championship Series. Going back to our race 1 this year, which was at New Red Hobbies. Probably one of the longest running tracks, if not the longest running track in the state of Florida's New Red Hobbies indoor facility there in Ocala. JR Mitch TQ'd the two-wheel class, and Paul Wynn ended up getting the victory there in the two-wheel mod class with his B6. JConcepts Smoothies tires is kind of the tire of choice up there at New Red. JR Mitch took a really close second. They basically came down to the last lap. Some things happened there towards the end with some lap traffic. Gave Paul an opening. He squeezed in there and took the victory. Damon Borkowitz won the four-wheel drive class. Same tires on his B44.3 running the Smoothies there at New Red, and that was just our first stop. We had about 225 entries out there, which anytime we're in the 200 entry range, we're pretty happy. Successful event, and you can see there, getting the 225. It's a great start to our fall session. Kind of jumping around a little bit, we had a Region 4 off-road race, which was at Beachline. JR Mitch went out there, put on a great driving display, winning the two-wheel and the four-wheel drive classes. I know it wasn't easy. There was a lot of super fast guys out there at the Region 4s as normal. We were out at a different event at the same time. We were out at the Summer Indoor Nationals in Chico. But back here at home, we had Dave Duncan doing super well in the mod truck class, taking the victory there. Of course, we talked about JR winning as well. And then we had Alan White doing extremely well in the stock classes along with AJ Marasco. So just like New Red, kind of the tires of choice there at Beachline were the Smoothies tires and the Gold Compound. One of the better tires you can really have on that type of condition. Anything that's treated, anything that's sealed, the slick condition tire is the Gold Compound Smoothies. So great tire in those conditions. Kind of moving on here, we mentioned the Summer Indoor Nationals, which was out in Chico. That's A-Main Hobbies track, it was their last event that they were ever going to have at the indoor facility. So basically what they're going to do is move their racing program all outdoors. They have a top-notch outdoor facility that's already hosted the Worlds and 2 Roar Nationals, and what they're doing is they're going to run their 10-scale program outdoors along with their 8-scale. So that was our last Summer Indoor Nats at the facility indoors there at A-Main. Spencer Rivkin went on to win multiple classes there. Did a great job. Kyle Layton winning the stock buggy class, doing extremely well. A lot of good drivers come out there to the Indoor National Series, like Max Fleur, Tanner Day, and Damon Borkowitz. But it was Spencer once again kind of rising to the occasion and taking the victory. So kind of moving along, just so many different events. We try to keep track of everything within our team, and then just kind of talk about them, whether it's on social media, whether it's on video. We like to give everybody a little bit of credit and a great opportunity to show how they've done. More recently here, we had the Roar Off-Road Nationals, which was probably the largest event we've been to this year for 10 scale off-road, and that was at Omaha's track there, the Hobbyplex. The roofed over, huge facility building, and I mean, what can you say really about that facility? Probably one of the best you'll visit for 10 scale off-road racing. They had a maximum turnout for this year's Roar Nationals, which is probably the largest turnout that I've seen in several years. So over 300 entries there. Dakota Fenn was on a tear there that weekend, TQing the 3 modified classes, 2-wheel, 4-wheel, and modified truck. Cavallari TQ'd the 2-wheel short course class. And then in the end, Ryan Mayfield took the overall victory in the 4-wheel mod class. And we were really happy with that win because that was a debut event for our new Spacebars tire that should be coming out here in October. That's our new 10 scale indoor tire, treaded tire. New Spacebar, basically, kind of our hot tire, our go-to tire has always been the dirt webs of late, and the new Spacebar here should be definitely a competitive option to the dirt webs, and obviously proven already with Mayfield taking a Roar National title with the tires. So it's been a great year for JConcepts on the Roar Nationals. First of all, we went to the 8 scale nationals. We had Spencer and Ryan taking 2 victories there. Went to the E Nationals. We won 3 more titles there. So 5. We get to the Roar Nationals for 10 scale. Ryan gets another one in modified. That's 6. And then there's 2 stock classes. Shane Borden won the 2-wheel stock short course, and Kyle Layton there in Omaha also won the 17.5 buggy. So between all the guys, we won 8 Roar National titles this year. It's definitely the best year we've ever had on a racing scene, not to mention our racing at all of the other events, but like Cactus Classic, Nitro Challenge, Silver State, all these different events that are out there having great results. But just to go back and win these Roar titles to add to the already successful season has been real special for us. Going on some other local events, they had the Summer Smackdown, which was over in Des Moines, Iowa, and that's an event where we send Dave Duncan up there to represent JConcepts, race with the guys. He has a good time. He'll sometimes race 1, maybe 2 classes. This time I believe he ran the stock short course class. But the big winner there that weekend was Cole Tollard. Cole's really a driver that's coming on in his speed and consistency. Kind of going back to the Roar Nats that we were just speaking of. Cole was in all 3 A mains in the modified classes, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and in the modified truck. So Cole was a factor all weekend at the Nationals. He kind of carried that momentum here into the Smackdown and kind of laid the Smackdown on these guys and pulled another victory. So Cole and his dad doing a great job. I know that they're also excited about going out to the Worlds. That's actually coming up very soon here in October. They're going to race the 8 scale Worlds. I believe it's their first shot at a Roar at a IFMAR event, so looking forward to seeing those guys out there. Reno Savoia made the trip out to the Dragonstone Asian Buggy Championships. Scotty Ernst organized an event in China, and by all the counts that we've seen, extremely professional event. They had a very world's level type atmosphere. The track itself looked incredibly well maintained, and the facility looked top notch. Reno Savoia won the e-buggy class, and Kyle McBride won the nitro buggy class. Reno was running right there in the nitro as well, had a couple issues, finished on the podium. So great overall trip for our driver, Reno, which was quite a trip over there to China, but in the end he said it was definitely worthwhile. Professional experience. Of course, combine that with Scotty Ernst, and going to be a successful event. Recently announced while they were there, I believe, within the window when they were there, that the next year's 110 scale off-road World Championships will be in China. So it's something to look forward to next year as we look to race back on dirt. That's what the guys are saying, is they're going to run next year's Worlds back on dirt for 10 scale. So look for maybe some dirt racing to come back into popularity for 2017, and the focus with the drivers. Maybe there's going to be some outdoor races that people get excited about, just to get back out and get that feel of the 10 scale cars. We did one event this year, the Hot Rod Shootout, outdoors on 10 scale, where Mayfield and Spencer and the guys, Dustin Evans, did extremely well out there. So maybe there'll be some more of those type of events in 2017 to kind of get us ready for the Worlds that's going to be in China. So we're all kind of excited about that opportunity. We know it's going to be first class. They're going to put a lot of money into it, and looking forward to going out there. And maybe Scotty Ernst will be involved in that one as well, and just kind of bring a whole nother level of professionalism. Regional type events, we got the Wicked Weekend that finished up. Had a great performance from Cole Ogden with the JConcepts Mugen driver, doing a great job in Pro 8 scale buggy. What can you say? Cole's kind of making the East Coast tour right now. He's been up and down all year long. He's been out on the West Coast, really getting that experience up, racing the Mugen car this year. He's got some help in the pits with Jimbo from Pro Nitro Fuel, and Jimbo's been doing a nice job traveling along with Cole, helping him out at all these events, and Cole's showing great results. We had a great up and down, really, the results. We were all over here with between four-wheel short course, Sportsman e-buggy, Nitro buggy, Truggy. Blake Boggs had a great event in Truggy. He got third overall there, and he also got third in the buggy class. So Blake Boggs doing a great job running the Associated cars, kind of on the East Coast. He's up and down as well on the East Coast, and he's been a little bit everywhere. So giving another little shout out here to Daniel Klobovic. He's over at the Norwegian Nationals. He took the two-wheel drive title with the Yokomo YZ2, and reporting here that he's running the JConcepts tires and the S2 body. So that's something that was newly released from us. We'll detail that a little later, but great job to Daniel. Kind of moving along, even to more recent events, we had the Surf City Classic, which was at OCRC Raceway, and Spencer, he went in and he said, I'm racing 4 classes, so you got to really hand it to Spencer. He went out there and he ran his two-wheel, he ran his four-wheel, he ran stadium truck and two-wheel drive short course, and did a heck of a job in all 4. He was second in two-wheel, third in four-wheel, second in short course. He lost the two-wheel drive race on the last lap to Ryan Cavallari, 10-minute main. Spencer led most of the event and made one little mistake, got a little wide, had to roll a jump. He didn't crash, but just got a little wide, got cautious in the dust, rolled a jump. Cavallari jumped over him on the last lap, won the overall there. And what can you say? Anytime you're racing at OCRC, you're racing the Cavallaris of the world. It was a great race. Maxed out entries, of course. OC, everyone loves that track. Race sold out, I believe it was in 26 minutes. And it was nice that Spencer was out there holding it down for JConcepts. Kyle Layton was there as well, TQ'd and won the stock buggy class, and running the Spacebar tire, which we talked about earlier. And really kind of starting to get the feel for the space bars around at these different tracks. And I think when those come out in October here, we're going to have a really good response from the user. So recently I went out to Connecticut, made a trip to RC Madness. I was able to race with Alex K out there. We did a little turf racing at our outdoor turf nationals. We got my two-wheel drive car here directly from the race. Ran the JConcepts pin down rear tires and the Swagger fronts. That was our control tire in the two-wheel class. In the four-wheel class, we ran the control pin downs all the way around. Great race. Once again at RC Madness. Entries were up this year. We had 182 entries at RC Madness for the turf event. And last year, I believe we were in like the 110 120 range. So each year we're getting more and more interest out there at RC Madness, and if you have a chance, definitely go out to their turf track, get some laps in before the winter comes and freezes it out over there. And we were there at the perfect time. Weather was had a little bit of rain, but the track dries out quickly, and we're back, running as fast as you can go, two-wheel modified. I went back and put a complete Alex K setup on my two-wheel while I was there, running the S2 body, the Aero front and rear wings. Went to the setup with the shocks on the front of the B6. Gear diff. This is a full carpet or Astro setup I went to, recommended by Alex, and I couldn't be happier with the way the car was working. Anyone that's had the opportunity to race on turf, you may kind of laugh or joke at first, hey, this isn't dirt, it's not off-road, but when you actually get the cars out there the way they're built today, and the control tires we were using, it's a blast, especially on the track they built. It's big, you're on the power. I was running a Reedy 6.0 motor with the timing, the boost activated in the speed control, and you just seem like you never have enough power. It's actually a blast to run for once. You can open the car up, whereas OCRC might be running a 7.5 motor, 8.0 motor to make it easy to drive. On the turf, you just motor the thing up as fast as you can go. I think if I would have had a 5.5 motor, I probably would have tried it. But the car always feels like you got plenty of control, plenty of traction, so you always feel like you can run more power. So the Turf Nationals, Alex put on a clinic out there, 5-minute qualifiers. They went with the rocket round format, so Alex ran the best overall time. I had the second fastest overall time, so I was second qualifier. In the main, we finished first and second, and Rob Rinaldi finished in the third spot. So, driver there that runs all the time, prepped actually the track, worked on the track for RC Madness. I believe put in that layout, which was probably one of the best ones I've been on all year. And great, had a big triple jump, had a lot of elevation built in, nice straightaway. I think the track kind of had it all, and little rumble strips right in front of the driver's stand that actually were really tricky, but it really made it fun. So a great weekend with Alex and the crew out there. Another guy came from Florida, Chad Eubanks, had a great showing in two-wheel and four-wheel. So, if you have the opportunity, head out there to RC Madness. Check out either their indoor carpet track when it's cold, or if the weather's nice, go out and hit the turf. Of course, the JConcepts tires are working well. This year had more compliments than ever on the performance of the tires. Our pink compound wearing really well. The tires that are on my car straight off the track, experimented all weekend with how many runs to have on them, and ended up running the main on a set of tires that had about 3 runs on them. I felt that was about right. The speed, the amount of wear that was on the tires, that they were broken in, felt really good on the track, and that was about what Alex settled on. I had tires with as many as 9 runs on them that were still ready to go. Treads showing very little wear, but I stuck with the ones that are a little bit crisper for the main to be as quick as possible. Tried everything I could to stay with Alex, but he was gone, and had to settle for second. But anyway, a little wrap up there on our recent race results as we kind of look forward to the IFMAR World Championships coming up in October. That's kind of a run back to results, meeting up with our last session of the vlog. Appreciate everybody stepping in and checking things out. Check us out on JConcepts.net, of course on Facebook, Instagram, and of course on YouTube. We'll be doing some more videos here shortly with many more new products to show and some highlighted features that you're going to see coming up in the future. And thanks for joining us here.